baby, oh my sweetheart radio.
Hi everyone, welcome to Oma Diary. My name is Oma, your very sweetheart on radio, TV and social media. How y'all doing? How's your end? What's happening? I hope you're safe. I hope you're keeping safe. All right, it is podcast o'clock. So I had this conversation on radio with Engr Ifeoma Okonkwo, who is the convener of Breaking the Ice, which is an annual boot camp for teenagers. You know, we had this conversation because she will be hosting Breaking the Ice on the 10th of August 2024. That will be in few days time, and we talked about a lot of things, right? We talked about building and forming identity for teenagers and the need for a parent to bring their teen for the event. And I thought, why not? Let me put it up here so that you definitely listen to it and see the need to be a part of this program, especially if you're a parent and you have a teenager with you. You definitely need to take your teens to this particular place, not just teenagers but also children. All right, so make sure you take a listen and see you at the other side of it.
Heal my pain, heal my soul, take it away.
Hi everyone, welcome to 28 Spot Show here on Radio Sapiens 95.3 FM Onitsha original number 1. 28 Spot Show is that program we've created for young ones where we talk to teenagers. We discuss everything about a teenager, growing up issues that concern teenagers. We talk to teenagers, we talk to their parents, we talk to their schools, we talk to everything. If you know that you're part of a teen's life, just know that this program is for you. My name is Oma. The 20s, they get to call me Auntie Oma. And I'm excited to be here today on the program because I have with me, I usually call her Okonabozara. I mean, by the time she starts talking, you will know that she's definitely Oko Nawa Ozara. Okay, I have with me Engr Ifeoma Okonkwo. She's a teens coach, she's an entrepreneur, she's a chef, and she's an amazing mom. I think of all these hats, these different hats she wears, I think she loves being a mom, she loves being a wife, she loves being so many things in one. I mean, she's like literally Oko. Ify,
it's good to be here.
Glad to have you here with us on the program.
Thank you so much for having me on.
I want to publicly say this. Ify has been doing so much. I mean, if you follow her up on her Facebook page, Ifeoma Okonkwo, right?
Ifeoma Okonkwo.
Okay, if you follow her up on Facebook, she teaches, she talks to teenagers, she talks to parents, like she gives doses of knowledge. So if you're on Facebook, make sure to follow her because you're definitely going to learn a lot from her teachings. Once again, Ify, glad to be here. I mean, I love the fact that you're here with us.
Thank you so much for having me, Oma. I'm so excited to be here.
And we are too. Thank you. So we'll be talking about standing out, right?
Okay.
You know, before we came on air, we were just having a conversation and I did tell you that there's a lot of noise.
I agree with
I mean, there is a lot of noise. The technology, the internet has not helped it one bit because you find out that you're busy teaching your teenager something. They are busy learning something else on the internet. And they're just waiting for you to leave, for them to do what they want to do, what they truly want to do in their heart of hearts. So, how can a teenager stand out in this era, in this time driven by technology? But before we get into that, first of all, what does it mean to stand out?
Yeah, what it means to stand out in life is when you discover yourself. It's that self-discovery. When you understand your uniqueness, your authenticity, why you are you, why I'm Ifeoma and not the other person, why I am not Oma. So I am not trying to fit into Oma. I am trying to fit into my own mode as Ifeoma Okonkwo. That makes you stand out because that will help you to fulfill your own God-given purpose. And that will also help you to solve the problem you're here to solve, because why we all came here on earth is to solve a particular problem. And when we don't discover who we are to stand out from the crowd, we may die not fulfilling that purpose. Thank you.
Now, how can a teenager, because we're talking to teenagers,
Yeah, okay.
they're in that formative age, that formative years, how can they discover who they are amidst the noise of, you go on social media, this person is busy telling you there's this video telling you of what you ought to be, who you ought to be, how can they discover themselves and become authentic?
Yeah, it's not easy for one to discover his or herself as a teenager because you are still growing, knowing fully well that you are just transiting from being a child to becoming you are not yet an adult. You are now moving from a childhood to teenagehood. So it's a process, it's a life that where you begin to question so many things. So one of the ways you can understand or discover yourself is by questioning a lot of things about your life, about life. Who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going? Whose am I?
What do you mean by whose am I?
That's the source where you're coming from.
Okay.
Whose I am.
Okay.
Do you understand? As a person, you are coming from somewhere. You didn't jump from the earth.
Exactly.
Someone created you.
Yes.
So when you ask, whose am I? Who am I? Where am I going? And why am I here? So when you question those things, these things are key that will help you to stand out, because that will bring you to this consciousness of self-awareness. So as a teenager who wants to stand out, when you question certain things about your life, about why you are here, because we are moving from being a child to becoming who God. Remember too, is in our teenage age that we form our identity.
Okay.
Who we will become. Oftentimes, who we form, the value system we form as a teenager is what that is going to be taking us far, very far in life. So it's very key as a teenager listening to me this afternoon that you question certain things about you. Don't try to fit into the mold of everybody. You must ask these 5 critical questions. Once you ask and answer them correctly, you'll be able to get into self-awareness as we progress. I will shed more light to that.
You actually talked about don't try to fit into the mold of another person.
Yeah, very important.
And I've come to realize that most of the times, a lot of teenagers are facing identity crisis. And you mentioned identity right now, formation of identity. How can a young person, how can a teenager form his or her identity?
It's very important. How you form your identity, number one, is by having a value system.
Okay.
You must have a value system. Now, how do you form a value system? Now, first of all, you need to understand who you are, like I said. Then you put what is value. Let's start with what is value. Value is those things that make up those things that is actually make us to who we are. Okay. For instance, the example of value system is honesty.
Okay.
Contentment, hard work, excellence, integrity. These are the things that makes up good value system. So as a teenager who want to stand out, who don't want to go through certain process in life, when you form good value system, good identity through value system, you discover that the journey ahead of you will be able to surmount. For instance, as a young person growing up, if you have a value system of hard work, of contentment, of integrity, of honesty, of honor, of resilience, no grief anybody, because when you understand these things, you won't try to become another person, because you are comfortable in your own skin. Then one of the value system too you need to form as a teenager, especially the girls, is that value system of being comfortable in your own skin, in your own body. These are very key. So when you form this value system, and something, when you come across a problem, that, for instance, you want to write WAEC, and you have this value system of purity, you have this value system of contentment, and there's a boyfriend at the other end waiting for you, and the boy is telling you, Amaka, I love you, Amaka, without you I can't sleep. So when the person begins to hype you, because you're one of your topmost value system is purity, it will help you to stay focused, because it's your value system.
Okay.
Because you believe that you need to get to certain age before you be able to do certain before you begin to think about dating or having a boyfriend. But if you don't have this value system, if you want to knowing fully well that as a young girl, your weakest point in life is your ear. For girls, we immune, as an emotion is the order of the day. So once we hear sweet things in our ear, we tend to fall for it. But because you have this focused value system in your system, in your, around your life, you'll be able to surmount. Now you have hard work, for instance, again, put into the basket of your life. You won't go to miracle center. You won't go to miracle. You will work hard. You will study. There's no maneuver. You don't maneuver things when you ought to maneuver. When you need to study, you don't maneuver, knowing fully well that there's a miracle center. So when it's time to study, you don't study. You're on your phone pressing. You're on TikTok because you know there's a miracle center. But if excellence, hard work is topmost on your value system, you will sit down to study. These are the things that makes you to stand out as a teenager. Your value system.
Before we talk about a program that you're coming up with, right? Why? As a teenager, why should a teenager stand out?
All right, it's very interesting. Thank you for that question. Why you should stand out? Nobody pays for you for being a medical doctor. Nobody will pay to come to your office, honestly, because you're a medical doctor. No? Nobody will come to your office because you can do this or that. No, it's the value you bring on the table. So when you focus on your journey and you pay attention, I'll give an example with what happened in the Bible. I think in the book of Mark, Jesus talked about in a parable about the people he gave talent. He said he gave one. Is it 5, 3, 1? The one that he gave one actually hid his. The one that he gave 5 multiplied it. He worked on it. Bible said that he took from the other person and added to his own. He added to his own. So as a person, why you should work hard? Because again, when you work hard, you sharpen your gift. You sharpen your skill. You'll be able to bring value. When you finish school, you are not going to be working from one place to another looking for work, because there's so much you have to offer. And once you have things to offer, that value of people will pay. Have you wondered why we travel to India to pay 1 million, 3 million for medical? Because they can you are sure that
it has even increased now with the inflation. It's no longer 3 million. It should be 7
whatever. And we have some doctors here. We have some doctors here. So, but when we know that, for instance, here in Onitsha, there's that good physician that once you get to him, he understands how human body function. He'll be able to give you value for your money. True. You forever go there, even when his price is increasing. And there's another physician who charges 5,000. You say, let me go to the one that charges me 100,000, because you know deep down that this one has more value to give me than the other one. So the why you need to sharpen your skill is so that you can add value to your own generation, because your generation awaits your manifestation. Your generation is waiting for you. So you need to know the why you should get focused, why you should build vision for yourself, that personal vision, why you should push to get to where you're going is very important.
And speaking about pushing, the why you should push, you're coming up with a program. Breaking the ice. Ooh. And according to you, said you have been on this program for how many years now?
This is my 5th year.
Amazing. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
So can you just tell us what Breaking the Ice is all about?
Breaking the Ice, actually, the vision was conceived in 2020.
Wow. During the COVID era.
Yes.
Amazing.
That was when the vision was.
I have always constantly met a lot of persons that conceived amazing ideas during the COVID era.
Yes.
While people were busy whining, complaining at home. Imagine.
Some people were busy
creating something.
That's what I was thinking about. Wow. Why you should stand out.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Every opportunity will make sense to you.
Yes.
Every opportunity.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, so the idea, I was conceived in 2020 when my first son was about to enter secondary school.
Okay.
So I discovered that among his classmates, there were a lot of parents weren't prepared for what is about to hit that teen. Their preteen and their teen when they go to the secondary school. And I remember my friend telling me, he says, "Oh, can you believe I have not educated my daughter?"
Wow.
I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Are you for real?" He said, "Yes. I don't even know how to start. I don't know. Hey, I'm just still looking at her as that. My little girl. How would I said, please, can you bring them to me? I will start by sex educating them."
Wow.
Because getting to secondary school is a whole new world. And most teenagers are not prepared, or most preteen are not prepared for what is about to hit them. That was how the idea was conceived. So that we will help guide them, prepare them for the journey ahead of them.
Okay, amazing. That's beautiful, quite inspirational.
So that's why the name said breaking the ice. So every ice that needs to be broken that the parents don't want to break, we are going to be breaking it. The bullying side, the sex education, things that happens around in secondary school.
Because I was actually about to ask you a question. What have you planned for teenagers that day? I mean, first of all, which day is it happening?
It's on the 10th of August.
10th of August.
Yes.
That will be next week Saturday.
Next week Saturday.
Okay. 10th of August.
Yes, 10th of August.
Okay. Time
9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Yes.
The venue,
All Saints Cathedral.
I mean, if you've been listening to Radio Sapiens, you would have been hearing our breaking the ice. I mean, it comes up during our adverts. We've been playing it. So just pay attention so you understand everything about the program. Why your teenager ought to be there, even as a parent. Are parents allowed?
Yes, those that are intentional about their journey as a parent. Oftentimes we do see them sit down to listen, because I also tell parents, though, it's also very important when you bring your child to such a program, if you can sit, because that will help you to follow up. Because there's some kids, after talking to them, you come back and you ask them, what did you learn? And say, oh, it's okay, it was okay. But when you sit to listening, that will also help you to know the areas where you could follow up with your child. Remember that every child is uniquely built. Every child. And you are dealing with a child that is spiritually uniquely built. So you don't fit your first child with the second. Don't say that the first one did so well in secondary school. Remember, they have different temperaments. So when you understand that everybody have that different makeup and different personality trait, that will help you to sit, to listen, so that you can follow up.
Okay, we've talked about the time, we've talked about the day. Then what's the venue?
The venue, All Saints Cathedral, is happening live.
Okay.
I'm super excited.
I'm excited for you as well. I'm excited for
you
as
parents,
well.
I am super excited. Teen, I'm super excited.
So
I'm waiting to see you.
What's the age limit?
Yeah, we're looking from age 9 to 12. They are going to be sitting separate, because we need to teach them with age appropriate words, especially when we come to this sex educating them, body safety and all that. Then self-awareness, because like I talked about that, as a teenager you need to be self-aware. If you're not self-aware, you can't go far in life, because that's where you build up who you are becoming. Your real identity comes from your self-awareness. So we are going to be taking them on self-awareness journey, with a lot of questions. We are going to be giving them life questioning questionnaire, kind of, I don't know how to put it, the kind of manual where we ask them certain questions that will help them to also discover themselves, even in the program. Because some of them, if when you ask some of them, they don't even know who they are. Their temperament, their weakness, their strength, they don't know. So we are going to be asking them some questions. They're going to be answering some questions that will help them to have an insight of who they are. So we are also going to be having age 13 to 18.
13 to 18 differently.
And we are also going to be talking about that sexual trigger and how to manage sexuality. That's sexual management. We are going to be talking about that. Then also we are going to be taking them on leadership, skill and financial literacy. And they're also going to be taking them on digital literacy. Then the other age, we are also going to be talking to them on how to prepare for going to secondary school, especially those of them that are going to secondary school. So there's a whole topic that's going to prepare them, journey ahead of them, getting to new environments.
Okay, now to a teenager that's listening to us right now, thinking, should I come? Should I not come? Trying to make up his or her mind. Why should they really be there on that day?
Why you should truly be there, like I said, for me, is very key. Do you know self-discovery is everything? Do you know that some adults that are 40, 50 right now, they have not discovered themselves?
Exactly.
They're still beating around the bush.
Exactly.
They're still going, should I be this, da. Some are working in the bank and you see them with cabbage there, inside they are not satisfied. There is this vacuum in them. So this is a great opportunity for you as a teenager to be there. Self-discovering is everything in life. Everything.
Discover who you are. Discover what you're meant to do.
I'm telling you,
where you should
be,
and start early.
Because this never happens in Onitsha. This is new, kind of, but this is what we need in our generation. People who understand who they are, who see the gift of God in them and run with it.
Beautiful.
Very important.
Beautiful.
Because once you discover you'll be able to fit into where you're going to. You'll be able to align with your destiny. You'll be able to align with purpose, and you'll be able to run. So you're not looking, because I'm very intelligent, I'm going to be a medical doctor. You can be so intelligent, but you're not called to be a medical doctor.
I agree with you.
You are not called to be one. So you discover what makes you. Those things that you truly love. You know, there's some people, they could be so intelligent, but they can't stand broad. So when you discover who you are, the journey ahead of you become easier.
Yes, when you discover who you are, the journey ahead of you becomes
easier.
Amazing. Ify, do you know we are almost at the nick of time? Okay, now quickly let's talk about the money. What's the gate fee?
The gate fee actually was 10,000 before, but because we want to accommodate more people, and we are getting some sponsorship from people, so we are going to be dropping the price to 5k.
Okay, that's 5,000.
5,000 naira, so that we can accommodate more people, so that we can give that sense of belonging to more people who wants to join us.
Now let's talk to parents.
Okay.
Why should a parent send their teenager to Breaking the Ice on the 10th of August?
As a parent, why you should send your child there? Have a truth. Why you should do, for instance, when your child understands where he or she is going, can't you see that as a parent you go home and sleep?
Chicken, huh?
Let me say it in Igbo. Because your child understands his journey.
Yeah.
And as a parent, I want to say to you, you are a messiah to your children. You are a savior to them, and you need to be intentional about the journey ahead of them. If you are not intentional, you and your children can't get to where you are going. So by the time they're 30, I know of a parent here in Onitsha. The daughter, she's about 30 something, late 30 or to 40 now. They still send money to her from here to US. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not exaggerating. Yeah. And some parents, they have some sons that are 25, 26, 27, they are still eating their food. When they are going out, they say, Mommy, please, can you borrow me 10,000? Mommy, can you just give me 2,000? Why? Because the child do not discover himself. Some people have studied a lot of courses in the university. They are not meant to study because the parents were not intentional about where they take them. If it's birthday party, you see everybody wants to take their child there. If I'm doing Ashebi, some will call me, Engineer Konko, please, keep my own Ashebi. This is a place for you to be, you and your child, on the 10th of August. What will be hitting you and your child is I don't know, you won't finish talking about it even in the next 10 years because a lot is going to be unfolding. We are going to be unfolding a lot of things about your kids you never knew of, and you'll be grateful and you'll be so thankful that you came.
5,000 well spent.
How more
than well spent.
My God! You go to where are they selling pizza now? How much is pizza?
Or even shawarma.
And you eat that and you poo, and it goes to the west. But this is 5,000. That when you spend this 5,000, even the 10,000 worth it, even 20,000 worth it, is because of the environment where we are. It's a money well spent. Some of you, when you are coming, please bring something for me because you need to. You need to cool down my. I don't know how to say it.
Because you're doing so much. Is there any number for inquiries?
Yes. 081 0816 1631268. Take it again. 0816 1631268.
Oh wow, amazing. Yes. Thank you so much. Breaking the Ice coming up on the 10th of August 2024 at where?
At All Saints Cathedral.
Time
9 a.m.
Gate fee
5,000.
5,000.
And we have amazing lineups of
Please, can you
speakers.
drop the names of the speakers?
Yes,
quickly?
we have Nnamdi, Evangelist Nnamdi Eze. He'll be taking the children on spiritual formation. Okay, and we have Linda Nnadiogo. She's a teen coach as well. We have Ucho Ogarie. She's a life coach. We have Amara. She's also a coach, and we have Precious Obara, who is also a seasoned teacher.
And beautiful. I mean, see the lined, what the people you've lined out, resource persons that you brought out,
powerful,
to
powerful.
teach the teenagers.
Oh, we also have Shegu from Onitsha Business School.
Okay,
he's going to be taking your teenager on leadership and financial literacy, because some of our kids, when you give them money, they're just in this culture of anything that comes, anything that touch their hands back to their mouth, touch their hands back to their mouth. So we are going to be teaching them to be early, to be financially intelligent.
You see why I said 5K well spent?
What more than well
As
spent?
in, first of all, I want to say thank you for bringing down the price, right? Because with all that's happening right now, with everything, I know the hall could be very expensive to get a hall. You're using 2 halls and all that. So thank you on behalf of all the parents that will be there on that day, and all the teenagers that you will be impacting positively on that day. Thank you in advance for the work that you are doing. So Engr Ifeoma Okonkwo is inviting every one of you to Breaking the Ice on the 20th of August 2024 at All Saints Cathedral. It's starting by 9 a.m. on the dot, right? Yes. And it's going to be phenomenal. Just make sure as a parent that you're there. As a teenager, you are there as well. Engr Ifeoma, 1 minute.
All right. This program will help your child or your teenager to be number one. They will be socially intelligent. They will be sexually intelligent. Sexually intelligent. Because some of them right now are watching porn. Holidays is here. And it will also help them to be financially intelligent. It will also help them to be spiritually intelligent. Kaya, this is Power Pack. Thank you so much.
All right, I look forward to seeing every one of you. Make sure you're there as a parent. Make sure you take your teenagers there as a teenager. Make sure you disturb your parents, your mom, your dad to pay for you to be there. It is a journey of a lifetime. You'll be taught things that will help you to become an amazing person in the future. My name is Oma. You're very sweet on radio, TV, and social media. And once again, thank you so much to Engr Ifeoma Okonkwo, the convener of Breaking the Ice, for coming to 20 Sports Show. We love you. We love you.
We love you. You're doing an amazing job, Oma. God bless you for all you do for our teenagers.
Bless all of us. All right. Wow, isn't that amazing? That was a conversation I had with Engr Ifeoma Okonkwo, the convener of Breaking the Ice. I mean, that's beautiful. That's amazing. We do this for humanity, right? If you're a parent, ensure that your teenager partakes from this. If you're a teenager, ensure that you tell mommy and daddy to ensure that they pay for you. It's just 5,000 naira that they pay for you, and you are a part of this. And from me, Oma, you're very sweetheart on radio, TV, and social media. Oma Diary, I love you. Mwah! See you on another podcast.